everyone, good morning. Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Brittany Jones-Cooper, and today I'm sitting down with the ladies from BE2's new comedy, First Wives Club. Like the popular 90s film, the show follows a trio of friends who bond together after their marriages fall apart. The show is funny, smart, and sexy, and stars Michelle Buteau and Michelle Bathe are here to talk about it, but first, here's a trailer.
So much coffee and a plus-size wrap dress. I am ready to go!
First Wives Club is kind of a reboot of the classic movie. I love that movie. So when I got a call about First Wives, I was like, absolutely, I want to be a part of this in any capacity. And this version is similar in the sense that it's three women discovering themselves and their power and their beauty and why they matter.
This kind of feels like the first day of school. Meeting these women for the first time today, and I'm looking at myself like, what are you doing here with these magical bitches? Okay, this is gonna be fun. It's official now.
It was kind of magical and special. Can you tell I'm excited?
I can't wait. Like, can I say Lady Boner? Because I got one. I am not emotional!
All of them are women that in some way you want to be. They're successful in their own right, they work hard, and they're women that love each other and love themselves.
Ow! Come on, baby. No.
You too, bitch!
Who are you calling a bitch?
For the love of God.
So Hazel is the celebrity of the group. She's an R&B singer, and she's married to a man that is the president of the record label that she signed to.
Let me tell you about Hazel. Okay, she's in the midst of a bad relationship. She's in a career crisis. I love that she's powerful. I love that she doesn't know it just yet. I love that she's unapologetically fabulous.
Bree is a doctor, but she's also a mother of two, and she's currently separated from her husband. When we meet her, she's struggling to find the balance between working really long hours as a doctor, but also being a good mom.
I know a lot of Brees in my life. A strong, badass, loyal, fierce woman who will fight for her family and take care of her kids and be there for her friends and, you know, just be the best professional person she could be too. I mean, med school? Me? This gonna take some acting.
Ari is a political wife. She is a former lawyer who stopped working in law to run her husband's campaign.
Ari is fabulous. When we first meet Ari, she's definitely the one that has been really pulling for them to all stay friends no matter what. So she just jumps in. There's a lot going on brewing underneath the surface in her world as well. She's gonna jump in and save her friends. And then we start to see a little bit of her own unraveling start to happen too.
Damn it, I'm in! Oh, I'm gonna regret this.
This story is about female friends who truly love and support one another, and they're gonna be there for each other throughout everything.
The strength of sisterhood, the strength of it needs to be seen.
If you wanna laugh, you should watch this show. If you wanna cry, you should watch this show. If you wanna see three women take back control of their own lives and their own narrative, you gotta watch this show.
You're gonna relate to and identify with the women, but also you're gonna have a really good time while doing it.
Don't get mad, get everything.
Put your hands together for Michelle Bathe and Michelle Buteau. Remix. Hi guys, how you doing?
We're great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really excited to chat with you guys about the show because like so many women, I was a fan of the movie back in the 90s. And when I sat down to watch this show, I was just excited. And then I was so pleasantly just surprised with how on point it was, how updated it is, how funny, how sexy it is.
Oh,
It's real
that
sexy.
part.
It's
Yeah,
real sexy.
I mean we're in it, so it's so sexy.
No, but truly.
Yes, I mean, and
breath
that's
of
to
fresh
like,
air.
Thank you for saying that.
that is to Tracy Oliver's credit. She, you know, created a wonderful world where women can share their stories, and it's not just for women; it's for everybody. Sort of like what Sex and the City did back in the day, where men could watch Sex and the City and learn about what women talk about. Like that's what you get it. That's what First Wives does, I think.
Yeah.
And it's so important, I think, too, that all these women are grown. You know what I mean? They have established careers, they have families, and so it's not like this whole weird, like, I'm young finding myself. It's like, no, I'm maybe looking at a second act or a third act, or I'm reinventing, and I think that's so important to see as well. So
Oh, for sure, for sure. Because a lot of times we think what's interesting is the sort of like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent. I don't know, I'm gonna make stupid choices. And that's all fun, that's great. But it's also interesting to see people sort of like think that they've got it all together and then they kind of stumble again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's what real life is. I mean, you could still be coming of age in your 30s or 40s or 50s. You know, that's
Even
also
your
something.
60s.
Oh no, 60s, you gotta get it together, honey. Come on, that's it.
You're like
You in your 60s, you're already riding the bus for free, getting all the good vitamins at GNC.
getting the Denny's discount.
Yeah, you need to figure it out.
But I have seen a couple of women in their 60s, when they retire, they completely reinvent.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah,
Which is a wonderful thing to see.
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely, because then I feel like, and I can't speak for everybody, but for me at least, like every decade, you know, I've sort of like have a bigger license to do something, to be something that's just more authentically me, or to just not care anymore, you know? So I feel like all that comes with age, which is like a beautiful thing. No Botox here.
All natural. So take me back to the beginning. How did you guys get your hands on the script? What made you want to be a part of First Wives Club?
Well, I was in Vancouver shooting a movie out on Netflix called Always Be My Maybe. Thank you so much.
She's amazing in it.
Thank you so much. And you definitely borrow your friend's password and watch that Netflix movie, sir. You got it. I'll see you at the Thanksgiving party parade. Two hops. So anyways, and I got this audition when I was in Vancouver. I'm just like, I don't have time to do this. Also, should I do this? And then I didn't get the script, but I saw the sides and I read about the character, and I was like, ooh, I know this girl, Bree. Like, I know a mom who's got a couple of kids, who's overwhelmed, trying to keep it all together, you know, wants to hang out with her friends, doesn't know how she's going to make time for herself. And I was like, well, let's just see what happens. And when I heard Tracy was a part of it, you know, I love Girls Trip, and I was like, yeah, sisterhood, in for it.
Yeah, we didn't get a script. I didn't get a script either.
We didn't get a script.
Yeah, we didn't get a script. It was just sort of the concept. Everyone was like, there's a concept. And then I was like, but I kind of need to know what's going on, you know? And so Tracy was nice enough to sit down and talk me through it. And she really talked me through what she saw as the importance of the script and the sisterhood. And she said something really interesting. She was like, I need this show, and I need these characters, and I need actors who are fully rooted in the experience of African-American sisterhood, you know? And then that's how you make something universal. When you try to like generally sort of just do
Play at it.
Yeah, it never lands.
But
It's
that's
like
such a good rule for art, and that's a good way to like live your life too, you know? Like, don't play at something, just be you, because there's nothing better than being you.
and be specific, you
Yeah.
know, just specific and authentic.
Specificity.
Specificity.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell it, but I know how to say it.
Specificity.
Thank you so much.
In the movie,
Wait, is everybody high? I feel like the CBD oil just kicked in, and everyone's just like, I'm good. What is going on?
I think it's just kind of early.
Is it early?
I
Oh
mean,
my
it is for
God.
me.
What is sleep, though? You know what I mean?
You have new babies, right? So that
Yeah,
she does.
I got brand spanking new babies, so I'm just like, sleep is a construct. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? I don't know what it is.
it's just an idea.
It is an idea, which I would love to be a part of.
You'll get there in like 3 to 4
18
years.
Oh, no.
I do feel like a Puerto Rican weekend at Bernie's. I'm like, what? What day is it? You know what I mean? Weekend at Bernie's. Everyone's like, who's Bernie? Not Sanders, the other one.
Or Sanders, because sometimes he does look
Sometimes
like
he's looking to sleep.
I'm just running. You know, and you're
If he had glasses on, it would be very convincing.
right.
I
very
mean-
convincing.
Actually, funny you said. I'm just kidding. I don't have glasses. I feel like you're gonna ask us a question, and I
was.
just had a breakdown.
It's cool. I will support you no matter where we go. Just know
you.
that. We're on a
Friendship
ride
is like-
together.
All right.
We're on a
Friendship
ride
is like a
together.
well-made bra. You know what I mean? It's gotta be supportive.
Very supportive.
You guys are like, where is she going with this?
I told you, we're on a ride. We're all in this together. It's okay.
Perfect.
Let's talk about your characters. So
Yes.
you play Ari, who
I
is this
do.
very type A former lawyer who has the best when she does have an outburst, it is seismic. And I love watching you play this character. So she's sort of loosely inspired by the Diane Keaton character.
Very much so, yeah.
But tell us about how you got to know Ari and who she is for you.
Well, again, like Michelle said, I know plenty of Aries in my life. Plenty of people who seem like they have it all together. And they're very tightly wound. So when you push them, like it's like a fountain of just like everything they've been holding on to for like weeks and months just kind of explodes. And she's only like that when it comes to her girls, though. She is very protective, and even in the scenes, like Ari was the one that would like jump in front of a bus for either one of those girls. You know what I mean? Like for sure. And she just, she'd figure out suing the people later. But she's like, I'm going to push you out the way. I'm going to jump in front of the bus and it's all going to be fine. That's very much Ari,
Yeah, I have to say, Ari had one of the saddest sex scenes I've ever seen.
I know.
Ever. In the history of TV.
Sad or hilarious?
Like hilarious, but I was like, oh, this is
Shout out to Mark Tallman,
Is
who
it a
plays
sex scene,
her husband.
or is it just like a moment of like
Look.
awfulness that in a marriage?
I watched it 3 times because I was like, what happened? What just happened?
3 times. That's a
Still
that's a
haven't
lot.
seen it. She thinks I'm crazy, but I like close my eyes. It's so sad.
Oh, I think it's one of the best scenes ever.
Awful.
Relationships have ebb and flows, right? And nobody really talks about it because once you're married, you're supposed to like figure it all out, and it's all supposed to be like, what?
It's real bad.
What? What?
Girl.
What?
Girl,
What?
his lack of awareness is like, no.
No, but people go through
No,
stuff.
don't nobody go. If anybody out there
We
is
can't
going
be
through
judging
that,
people.
I'm not
I'm in
judging
plus
you.
size
I am
police
telling
pants.
you,
We
please.
can't judge
No,
people.
I'm not judging you, but I'm just telling you, go to therapy, because that's not normal.
Are these plants real?
No.
Okay, I just want to know. Getting back. Sorry. Getting back to what we were talking about, I think Tracy has done a really good job showcasing what people actually go through in relationships.
Yes, I agree with that.
Whether, they're married or with their friends, right? Because we all have friends. Sorry, I think the funny police came to arrest me and get their pants back. But I don't even remember what I was saying.
For the record, I just really love your pants since we've talked about them.
I was
They're
waiting
super great.
for someone to say that. That's the only reason
The
why
red
I was talking
stripe
about them.
with the pink.
I know, but it doesn't matter when it comes from you.
Because you think I love you no matter what.
That's true.
You do.
That's
love her
the
no
part
matter
of the
what.
show.
That's the
Thank you so
sisterhood.
much. Thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk about Bree.
Oh, no. Like the cheese?
Yes. Very smelly. No. So Bree.
The cheese?
Bree is a comic relief in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because she's, like you said, she's this working mom and she's trying to balance everything, but she really has this hilarious take on her life and just everything. So
Yeah.
how fun was it to play and dig into this woman?
I think it's really fun to play anyone. The writer, the show creator, the director, they all have this sense of what the character, like what they want to do. But the fact that anyone allows me on their set and they're like, just, be you and put yourself in it. I'm like, well, I'd love to put Stank in this. So it's just like the cheese. You guys, but
Really good
yeah,
callback.
no, it was. Look, I'm here for it. Call Black, but it was very fun. It was very fun, and I know every mom I know is overwhelmed. Are we taking a picture through glass? Get it?
Yes.
Thank you.
How much of Bree is improv? Because there's moments where, and I know you have a history of stand-up and improv and everything. So how
History
much
of
of that
stand-up,
is
18 years. My history of stand-up is older than Justin Bieber. And then I get sad. Just kidding. A lot. That's the great thing about working with all the directors were female, by the way, which was really fun on set because there really was like a for us by us situation happening, which I can definitely get behind and appreciate. And so, when you do improv or stand up, they'll say, do a take as written and then just go off. And so it's a beautiful mix of both. But, you know, I can't just say that I am the comic relief because y'all going to be surprised by how funny Jill Scott is.
Jill Scott is hilarious. Is she not funny?
She is so
and I don't
funny.
think people realize. I think people have seen her. Obviously, she's Jill Scott, and she's this poet, and she's this like earth mama woman, and
yes,
and then
sensual,
very sensual.
Yeah,
and then we've seen her in the Tyler Perry films where she plays sort of like, you know, less sensual, but very dramatic, you know. But this is like, people do not know she is funny, and
She's
her
so funny.
She has a similar way with words in terms of like the way her brain works, and it's like that girl. Y'all are gonna be her. Anybody who's a fan of Jill Scott is going to be
love her
so
even more.
pleasantly surprised.
But also, you are hilarious because she's such a good actor. You could tell when someone is like a serious actor, a proper actor, like has studied it, is good at it. Like she'll read something once and then memorize it. Like I still don't know my social security number. You know what I mean? Like I'm out here struggling. And so many times I would have a scene with Ryan and I'm just like, they have to cut because I'm just looking at her like, wow, you just know all your lines and that was so good. Like I forget I'm acting. I'm like, good for you. Oh, my turn. Or sometimes you got to do this thing called walk and talk, which means you have to walk and talk. It's hard because they're like, start here, then end here. And I'm like, all right, is this Zumba? I'm already confused. so many times on set, Ryan would be like, I'm just going to take you and we're going to walk and talk. And she would just lead me. And it was real fun.
It was.
Seems fun. And like I said, because all your characters are so wonderfully defined. You know, like there's not just the revenge plot. I mean, we really get to know these women. They're living, breathing, how they're interacting. Yeah. You mentioned Jill Scott, like she has these epic tantrums that you're just like, how fun is it get to lean into something like that? And each of you have these moments where you just have outbursts that are just like, it's so fun to watch because they're going through so much. Like you literally flip like a child's desk, basically.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. I'm from Jersey. We flip stuff.
You want to go? Let's go.
You want to go? Let's go. Where we going? You know what I mean? And I think also, you know, we are always taught to sort of like not lose our temper and, you know, figure out like what you want to say, not how it's what you say, not how you say it and all this stuff. So it's so nice to have the freedom to go there in a scene because it really is just like road rage. Yeah. And they're like, great take, do it again. And you have to do it like 30 more times. Yeah.
So what is the writer's room like? Because we've talked about this authenticity that we can feel.
That's a great question.
We don't know.
We don't know what that
I would love to know what the
is
writer's
it
room
like?
was
Do you know?
Does anybody know?
Who knows?
No.
We don't
know. The writer's room was in LA.
Yeah, it was so fast and furious.
Yeah, they did. There was not a lot of time. I can go through the backstory, but I won't because it's boring, blah, blah. But they thought they had a much shorter amount of time to get this up and running. So they had their writer's room, I think, before any of us were even cast. They were writing.
So they knew the beginning,
casting.
middle, end. But the great thing is that when they cast us and we got together and we're all grown women, we were able to like color in the, what's it called? Like
lines?
Thank you so much. Yes. English is my first language.
Yeah, and you know, at a certain point, I think they realized that they had to, you you know, realize. What? Oh, was that you? Or
I
thought
think I
there was
fell
somebody
asleep with my eyes open.
We have twins. It's all good. But they realized that they were writing very specific characters, but without our voices, because they just didn't hear our voices. It's really great when in a writer's room where they have the pictures up and, you know, they watch clip, they can see who it is.
Yeah.
But they didn't have that opportunity. But I think as the show went on, we were able to, like you said, infuse it.
Yeah, we put
know?
stank on it.
Yeah, but we did have great writers. I mean, just because we didn't know what the writers
I don't know those writers. I don't know if they're great.
Yes,
I'm just kidding. They were good. They wrote stuff.
We knew who they was.
I don't.
We know who they was.
Okay.
Did you guys have a favorite day on set? Or like a favorite
Yes, I had a few favorite days.
I thought you were going to say, do you have a favorite Beyonce? I was like, what?
Well, but okay, do you have a favorite Beyonce? I would like to know. What's your favorite iteration of Beyonce?
Ooh. I like this Beyonce right now.
The Queen Mother?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Beychella Beyonce. I think that's like peak Beyonce, don't you think? I mean, it might get peaker as thing, you know, because she's Beyonce.
I just gotta do more squats. Her knees.
I like this Queen Mother Beyonce. Like I saw this picture of her like in front of a waterfall, and she's wearing like flowy teal, and she's just like, and she like has her babies, and it's very like she's elevated.
She's beyond all of us. I saw them I went to the On the Run, the first one, tour, and I was amazed. That woman gyrated her hips from beginning to, I mean, it was like booty, booty, booty,
Yes.
shake, shake, shake,
Yes.
booty, booty. And then
With
Hawn
the sequins
comes on.
wedgie the whole time.
Yes,
I
and
don't
he
know how she
does
do it.
nothing. He comes on, he's like, my name is,
Yeah.
out. I'm like, and they got paid the same, and then she comes on just to shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And I'm like, this is like, you know, misogyny, right? Not that he's a misogynist, but I'm just saying.
You
they
heard
got
it here
paid the
first.
same.
You heard it here
But you know
first.
what I'm saying? Like he
Yes.
comes on and says, ho.
This is why
and how-
I have boy-girl twins, and in the morning when they wake up, baby girl just wakes up crying. Baby boy wakes up smiling, and it's almost like they know that the world is set up for him.
No.
Too real?
That was too
No,
real.
she's just being her authentic self. She's just being her authentic. She's telling you about her dream. She's like, oh my God, let me tell you about my
I had a dream we got paid the same.
You understand? He like, you know, he didn't dream about anything. He was like, hey, guys, I'm ready
he's
for
like,
today.
Yeah.
World is designed for me.
I think my favorite day on set was very early on. Going back to your question.
Good job.
When, speaking
I
of
forgot
walking
it.
and talking, and you thought that Marco.
Oh, Lord. So, yeah, I don't know what I thought. I would hear people's voices in my head. This is how tired I was, okay? I would hear people's voices. So I thought, like, the floor director was like, Michelle, you got to walk here and then go there. And so these guys are in the scene over here, and I start walking. I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure. And then I just start walking the other way.
It was worse than that. I was actually, they were filming. This was not, we were rehearsing. We're in the middle of the scene. I'm talking to you.
But you know
and
what
you
it's
just
like?
walked
It's
away
like-
in the middle of the scene. And I'm like, I'm saying my lines, and I'm like, yes, you know, Bree did. And she went, and walked away.
I thought I heard a voice, and I had to go to the light.
It was like, what
You ever hear-
happened?
it's like a phantom phone ring. Yeah. Are you okay? Someone's like giving me Home Alone face. She's like, are you okay? I don't know.
Well, I think when you said walk to the light, I think we're taught not to walk towards the light. You got to walk away.
Look, sometimes I want to see what's over there. It's bright.
Well,
I'm just saying.
it
What
was
is happening?
interesting. I was like, why is she walking away in the middle of the scene?
This was
That
fun.
was fun. That was a fun
was,
moment.
But this was a fun show to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go now. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, girl, we still got some time. You can't go nowhere.
I did have just one more question individually. Where are you at in your career? Like, how are you feeling? Like, I feel like I see both of you working so much.
Oh my God.
And these projects you're a part of are just like, I don't know, the work seems really amazing right now. Do you feel that way in the industry?
Yes, I do. I feel like there has definitely been a sea change, and I don't know when, and I don't know where, and I don't know why. It's probably some confluence of, you know, social media and then streaming platforms and like them
The Me Too
elevating
movement.
the Me Too movement. You know, honestly, like I feel like people are better behaved on set, and then they're allowing a different voice to come through. I mean, I remember early on in my career, people said and did horrible things.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even in a Me Too situation. It was just really awful things people felt like they could just say to you. Like, I had somebody tell me, they came over to me and I was doing my lines and they go, yeah, we were just talking about you. I said, oh, really? You know, and on set, you're like, oh, thank you. Okay, so, sir, yes, sir. And he was like, yeah, we were talking about light-skinned girls and dark-skinned girls. And
Oh, Lord.
you dark-skinned girls don't know how to act. And then he went on this tirade. And what are you supposed to, I mean, he's the boss. What are you supposed to say?
Was this Sam Jackson in every movie?
Nah, I'm not gonna tell y'all who it was. I ain't gonna
Was it
tell you
Danny
who it
Glover,
was.
The Color
No,
Purple?
I ain't gonna tell you who it was. I ain't gonna tell you. I will tell you anyway. The point is that I'm definitely gonna tell you after. But I mean, you know, what are you supposed to do with that? What do you,
Yeah,
you know?
that's
But
inappropriate.
it's inappropriate. But now I feel like when you have a voice going onto these sets and going into these worlds, you can then say stuff. You can be, like you said, your authentic self. You can bring your authentic self, and you can bring your ideas. And I think it's a lot more. It does elevate the work, and it makes the work feel like everyone's coming together and injecting themselves into the work, and it's not just, you know, I'm just going to stand
You're a
here and
robot.
try not to, be a
Yeah.
robot, or try not to ruffle any feathers, or try not to make you mad, or, you know, because I need this job, and you're just going to fire me and hire the next girl who's not going to say anything, you know? So I
Right.
think, to your point, it feels like a really good time. It feels like there's an empowerment.
Yeah.
I love it.
I agree. I also think, off of what you just said, that absolutely, and also as a plus size actress, a size 18, someone who likes the way they look, you know, this is another thing I love about Tracy. You know, she gave me sex scenes. And usually I'm the person that the best friend you talk to at brunch, you're just like, girl, I thought. And it's just like, no, like, I love that people are also into normalizing different body shapes and skin color and, you know, orientation, all that stuff. So yeah, it's a really good time. And people talk about social media. Yeah, you know, it can go either way, but I also think it's bringing the world together and making the world smaller. And like, if you can pick and choose like the good part about it, like that's what streaming is doing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
For sure.
That's why you guys stream the show.
Got to stream the show on BET Plus, which I'm
Yes.
excited to see BET Plus.
Yeah.
Got a brand new platform. They're gonna have like you guys on there. I think reruns of Martin and stuff. Like,
Comic View. I've been joking about it, but I'm actually really excited about reruns of Comic View. I'm like, that's
too.
like, who doesn't want to see
right.
that?
It's set up so much.
Me, I'm good.
I'm like, well, you better hope somebody wants to see Comic View, girl, because we're coming on right before Comic View.
We do have a couple of questions before we go.
Oh,
I
okay,
love
great.
So
that.
who do we have
much.
first?
Hi, you guys are so funny, and you can tell equally as much that your friendship's real as it is in the show, which I think is really cool. I also do stand-up comedy, Michelle. As you know, yeah, I've been doing it for 2 years, so not 18, but
You
I
go,
know,
girl.
Yeah, I know that it's like you're in dark basements with a bunch of guys, and you're the only girl, and
Yeah.
like not to sound creepy, but like it's very male-dominated.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is like, what advice do you have for women in the comedy world? When they're dealing with it just being
God.
dominated.
How much time do we have? Just kidding. Here's a couple of things that nobody told me, but I had to figure out like the first 6 years of comedy, because that's really when you get like your comedy period. It's really easy to easier now to start your own show. So start a monthly show. That way you can invite people that you love, and then you could barter spots with other people. Get them on your show. You could do your show, their show, whatever. If a joke doesn't hit, but you get a chuckle, that could be a laugh somewhere else. So don't discount that joke at all. Also, just be there for the business. Like, you're there. It's a fun alternative business, but you're there to like write jokes, perform, and get out. You know, it's fun to hang out and stuff like that. But when people are like, "Well, you got to hang out in order to get on the stage," no, you don't. You just gotta be funny. Yeah. So don't. I got friends. Do you know what I mean? Look at all these Facebook friends I don't even see. You know what I mean? Also, the most important thing, it's like, don't tell yourself no before somebody else tells you no. Like, the most talented people I know will talk themselves out of a joke idea or a pitch or whatever, because they're just like, it's not ready, it's not ready. It's always ready. Like, always have the confidence of like a 45-year-old white dude.
That was actually really, really good advice.
I didn't see anyone write it down. It was very good. Do we have a voice?
But now
See that she processed.
that was
Giving
real
it to you now.
information.
I'm giving it like a Nopra.
Like, she's gonna be writing on the show.
Okay.
Like 45
That was real. That was real information. And also, I've just been so impressed by your career. I mean, I followed you since back in the day, and I feel like now I see you in so many movies, and you have your podcast, and you have a show. Like, I think there's also something to just like sticking to your passion, and like if you really love it,
Oh, for
not letting
sure.
anybody else take that away from you. And I think
Thank
you're
you
a really
so
good
much.
example of that. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm going on tour. It's going to be called Utopia. I start this Friday at Sacramento Punchline. Sacramento's in California. And I'll thank you so much. I went to school. Thank you so much. We need more federal funding for education. But Friday and Saturday, Sacramento Punchline, and then I have shows after that. I can't remember because I only packed enough underwear for this week.
We can find them on your social media.
Thank you so much.
And her podcast is amazing.
So funny.
Oh,
Adulting is
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Thank
one of
you.
the, like, I'm stuck in traffic all the time. And I just, like, whenever I get to missing you, I just, like, listen to your podcast. I'm like, oh, there she is. It's really great, though.
Yeah.
Just all the diverse comics. Like, you just get a nice sampling of all these different comics
But
that you
also
might not have
Vanessa
heard of.
Williams, Sam B, Black Thought. We did it.
It was amazing. It's amazing.
Next question.
Oh, that's right.
Hey there.
Hi. Oh, I thought you were going to do a dance routine.
Yeah, I'm ready.
5, 6,
You
7,
came in hot.
I wanted to know who in the cast is the worst or best at not breaking,
Breaking. Oh.
like during a funny scene.
Oh, I was like, I break everything.
Oh.
I don't know.
I
Who knows? It depends on the day.
Yeah, I think it depends on the day.
God,
That's a really
I don't
good question.
know. Have you asked that before?
Gosh, who? None of the guys.
But like
none of the
sometimes I
guys.
lose it. Sometimes I just lose it and I
No,
start crying.
you would
You
do
know,
that,
like
yeah.
sometimes my button is just a cry.
Yeah.
It just feels good to cry. But I like to break people. You know what I mean?
But Jill,
Like
I
their
don't think
spirit.
Jill would break. Jill would never. I don't think she would break.
No, I don't think so. She's got a stone face.
Yeah, she would be like
That's
nothing.
what you want to do?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you want to do? It's like
you think that's funny? You think
I don't
that's
know.
funny?
That was that question
That's
was
a
too
hard
hard for us. Do you have an
question.
easier question?
You can ask one more. Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
You
Who's
sure?
the best at break dancing?
Yeah.
With these hips?
Definitely me. I would say my popping
Yeah.
and my locking is
for
kind of
sure.
extraordinary.
Yeah, there's some dance scenes.
Compared to everyone else, yeah.
We got some dance scenes. I've always wanted to be a video hoe, and I lived my truth.
She did. We have 2 dance scenes. We have 2 dance. Like
Look
you do
for
a
it
dance
now.
scene, I do a
Look for
dance
it now.
scene. Like we pack a lot into one.
These pants.
I have to say, when we see one of your dance scenes, you're like twerking, you go, I'm a mom. And I just really enjoy that.
I'm glad you remember that. I don't.
I do remember. I
Good.
just binged 4 episodes. That's what they sent me. I can't wait to watch the rest of the season because it really is that
Oh my
good.
God.
That's so
I'm really,
nice.
You're really touched.
Yeah,
I really
it's such a
Yeah.
fun show. It's such a fun show. So congrats on it. I hope you are enjoying just all of this greatness happening to you guys. And if you guys want to check out The First Wives Club, it premieres on September 19th on BET+. Put your hands together for Ryan Michelle Bathe and Michelle Buteau.